Just want to let you lot know that if you're watching this clip on the Fozcast YouTube channel, the full episode is now available to watch exclusively on Spotify, and it's free. Come on.
This is a controversial one, right? So, David De Gea.
Yeah.
Okay, he's quite possibly going to get in the top 10.
Yes.
And he's got ousted last season for Onana and hasn't got a club.
Yes. Ridiculous. Outrageous, in fact.
Right. Now, when De Gea was there, started there, United were good United.
Yeah.
Right? So listen to a couple of stats. 35% clean sheet record, but this is the one that gets me, is his saves per game.
Yeah.
Is 2.79.
Yeah, that's good.
Which is one of the highest on the list.
Nearly 3 saves a game.
Right?
Yeah.
For one of the best teams.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I think it's fair to say that not every, I'm not saying that football fans have got short memories, but you look back, David De Gea won Player of the Season, how many years in a row for them?
3 or 4 years in a row for Man United.
He won games for that football club.
Yeah, for sure he did, yeah. I think De Gea has to go in the in list. I think we have to put him in the top 10.
I don't disagree.
415 appearances, and what David De Gea did for Man United was when Van der Sar left and they tried various different options, David De Gea came in and was the guy that basically filled Van der Sar's shoes, and it was so difficult to do. You want somebody that can do a job, guarantees 7 out of 10 every single week. David De Gea did that.
He was doing 8s and 9s out of 10s.
He was doing 8 and 9. He's a
pulled
cat.
off some surreal
He's a
saves.
proper goalie. David De Gea has to go in. Yeah?
I think people are going to remember him like and the same as Lloris, because like the last couple of seasons,
Yeah, soured it a bit.
Maybe.
he made a few
soured it a
mistakes.
bit. But are we happy with De Gea in?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, 17 mistakes in that led to goals in 415 games. But interestingly, Ben, I think couple of things to say that he was criticised on is how good was he at that ball playing?
Yeah.
And then command of area was something that was thrown at him. So
A question mark.
right, look here. So you've got 0.49 high claims per game.
Yeah. Again, these crosses stats, yeah. I need to see the cross with my own
But
eyes.
does that not indicate that he didn't come for as many
Yes, it does.
as a Tim Howard at 1.38?
Yes. You knew there were certain goalies, Nick Pope, doing it in the Premier League right now. You know that if you put a floated ball up into the box that's around the 6-yard line, Nick Pope is going to come out and take it. It's guaranteed.
10 out of 10.
It's 10 out of 10. He's doing it every single time because he wants to. He enjoys that. That's one of his assets, right? There are certain goalkeepers, a Hugo Lloris, a David De Gea, who they don't want to come for that. That is not the strongest part of the game. They're not 6'7". They're not going to be able to dominate people physically, so they will stay back on their line.
Does that put more pressure on defenders?
It means that they just have to set up differently. They set up differently knowing they're going to have to go and win that ball. Whereas a Newcastle will go, right, we haven't got to worry about trying to win this ball because if it's a floated one, Popey's going to come and get this. Yeah. So you take up a different starting position. That's all it is. So it's just a different style of playing. I prefer a dominant goalie. I prefer a Nick Pope. But again, horses to courses for what managers want. That's as simple as that. So we've got De Gea in there.
Should we go for an absolute banker?
Give me an absolute banker.
Edwin van der Sar.
Edwin van der Sar, come on.
Tubes?
Bomb in.
Here we go.
VDS. Edwin van der Sar, 313 Premier League appearances. Incidentally, joined Man United at a time when people were kind of thinking he was going to be winding down. You know, he's not necessarily, going to be at the peak of his powers.
Better and better.
Obviously,
and better.
off the back of Fulham, it's, surely he's winding down a bit. Just got better and better and better. And he was exactly what Manchester United needed at that point. 313 games, like I say, 132 clean sheets. Still holds the record for most consecutive clean sheets in a row in the Premier League, by the way. He is a legend of the Premier League.
And how many was that?
I'm going to say 14.
Yeah, it was 13 or 14, wasn't it? Which is frightening.
Frightening.
A couple of stats here for Edwin, which jump out. 42% clean sheet record, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Conceded 0.35 goals per game.
That's ridiculous. For 313 games, that's ridiculous.
That's madness.
Mind you, he had a great.
Oh, he
defence in front of him,
had Man
didn't
United in their pomp. He had Man United in their pomp.
Errors leading to goals, 5.
5 is ridiculous.
That's incredible.
5 is ridiculous.
For that stat alone, he deserves to be.
Yeah,
in the top 10.
so Van der Sar's going in there. I'm going to give you another one early doors. We'll get it out of the way. Peter Cech. I'm putting Peter Cech in there. Tubesy boy, talk to me about Peter Cech.
Big Peter Cech. I think definitely Chelsea's greatest ever goalkeeper.
Without doubt.
Yeah.
Without doubt.
He was part of that
One of the
spine.
best to grace the Premier League.
Yeah. He's obviously that spine. Cech, Terry, Lampard, Drogba.
Oh, heavy.
That was the Chelsea spine that won so many things together. Everything about him, crosses, everything.
Yeah.
Just cool. Even when he got his He got his head done.
Yeah.
He still was fearless.
Came back and he was just still on top of his game, weren't he?
Yeah,
So Peter Cech,
keeper.
443 appearances, 202 clean sheets. He is the Premier League record holder for most clean sheets kept. He only conceded 333 games out of those 443 appearances. Incidentally, 24 errors leading to goal. Again, I'm not having it because I want to see what those errors look like. But the more games you play, the more likely you are to make mistakes. It's as simple as that. But Peter Cech, legend of the Premier League, he has to go in there.
45% clean sheet record.
That's ridiculous.
Saves per game in a brilliant team, 2.27, which is on the high side. Pens saved, 4. And then here's the one. High claims, 580, 1.31 per game.
I think he's the top, isn't he? I think he in that stats ranking. I think Petr Cech is the goalie who came for the most crosses in his career. I think he is anyway. I think it's him.
Total.
I think it's a total. I think it's him, then maybe Tim Howard. And I think I'm up there somewhere as well. But I think Peter Cech, is number one. He would come for everything. He was. Was he
the ultimate package as a goalkeeper?
He was the ultimate package.
Well, it depends what manager.
Exactly that.
Depends
Literally
what manager,
that.
because he wasn't very good with his feet.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
When he got the move to Arsenal and they're expecting him to play out from the back, that was a massive problem for him. It was a massive problem for him because you're asking somebody to do something that he's never really been asked to do, and he's getting on in his career. It's like you can't teach an old dog new tricks almost. Do you know what I mean? He is such a good goalkeeper, so don't ask him to do something that he's not necessarily good at. Say to him, Peter, stop the ball going in the back of the net, would you, mate? Thank you. That'll do.
All right then, Fozzie, I've got a question for you. Who would you rather have in your team tomorrow? You're playing in an FA Cup final. Do you want Ederson in your team or do you want Petr Cech?
Depends what team I'm playing for.
Yeah, okay.
If I'm playing for Man City, I want Ederson.
Yeah,
There's nobody better at doing what Ederson does for
okay.
Man City. It's as simple as that. If I want Chelsea in the Mourinho era, I want Petr Cech in goal for me. Petr Cech's in there. Let's move on, right? I'm going to chuck two players that haven't necessarily got the appearances just yet. Yeah, but they're very current, and for me, are probably two of the best goalkeepers in the world. Okay, so I'm going to talk about Ederson and Alisson Becker.
Do you know what? For me, they're both in the top 10.
In the top 10. Thank you, Tubesy boy. Thank you very much. I will back that up.
Now they are the complete package.
I totally agree. I absolutely, totally agree. I think these are two of the brand new modern era of goalkeeper that there's not many of them about. There really isn't that can do. I mean, absolutely everything. Yeah. You put a ball into the box, he'll come and take it. You want a world-class save making, he'll do that.
Yep.
You want somebody to be sweeper keeper, cool.
Start a move.
You want somebody to get that distribution off real quick,
assists.
Oh my gosh!
I think the interesting thing is that it's not recency bias or age bias, because in their own right now, Alisson's made 186 of Premier League appearances.
Yeah.
Edison's 229. It's a
Yeah.
lot of football.
It's still decent, but you know for a fact that both of them have still got another couple hundred appearances left in them.
Thanks everybody for watching. We hope you enjoyed this clip of the Fozcast. If you would like to watch the full episode, it is now available exclusively on Spotify for free.